because you will not be able to find a job once you move here and your life will be ruined. Because the salaries in most of these jobs are much higher than your typical minimum wage jobs. That the employers can actually ask you to leave and quit the job at any given point. What's up YouTube, it's Shivansh here. Welcome back to my channel. So over the last few months, I've seen so many videos on Instagram and also on YouTube where people are telling you that there are no jobs in Canada, that the situation in Canada is really bad and you should not choose to study in Canada or move to Canada on a PR because you will not be able to find a job once you move here and your life will be ruined. And because of all these claims, a lot of you guys are messaging me on Instagram asking me what is my opinion on all of this and whether you'll be able to find a job in Canada once you move here or not. So in this video, we'll be talking about the different strategies that you need to apply if you want to find a job in today's time or if you're struggling to find a job in Canada right now. But before we get into that, here is my opinion on the current situation in Canada. Yes, the job market is tough in Canada right now, especially with so many international students that are coming in every single semester, and most of these students choose the exact same colleges because those are the most popular colleges in Canada, and that's why there's a lot of increased competition in the same cities that most of these students choose to live in. But that doesn't mean that you should give up on your Canadian dream or just sit at home thinking that there are no jobs in Canada. Even when I was studying at University of Alberta 5 years ago, it was still very challenging to find a part-time job. It was the same situation back then as well, when there were a lot fewer international students and very less competition. So the point is that it's always going to be tough finding a part-time job in Canada, or at least your first part-time job in Canada. And even back then, it took me a few weeks or a few months actually to find my first part-time job. But one thing is for sure, that if you just keep trying, you'll definitely find a part-time job. You just need to change your approach a little bit and apply all these different strategies that I'm going to talk about in this video. Tips number 4 and 5 are, in my opinion, very underrated even in today's time, and if you follow these tips, then your chances of finding a part-time job will increase significantly and you'll be able to start earning a lot quicker. But before we dive into these tips, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because your support is extremely important for the growth of this channel. And if you like and share this video with your friends and family, then YouTube will show this video to a lot more number of people, and that'll help me in a big way. So now that you've smashed that like button, let's start this video. The very first tip for you if you're looking for a part-time job in Canada is that location matters. Since every single semester so many new international students are coming to Canada, so many new immigrants are moving to Canada, the competition has increased manifold, and most of these people who are moving to Canada are moving to areas or cities that are already densely populated with students or immigrants, and due to this it is becoming more difficult to find a job in these areas. For example, Scarborough is a very popular city amongst international students, and that also means that the competition is very high in that area. Similarly, finding a job in Mississauga might be difficult as well. So if you're in that situation, then you just need to go out and explore other nearby cities. If you're in Scarborough, then maybe try Markham or North York or some of the other suburbs of Toronto. Similarly, if you're in Mississauga, then you can also try Oakville or Burlington for a part-time job. The bottom line is that if there's more competition in your area or the city that you're living in, then you have to be willing to explore other areas as well, even if that means that you have to commute for 1 hour every single day just to get to work. Trust me, sometimes the perfect opportunity that you're looking for is maybe a train ride or a bus ride away, and if you're not willing to go out and do that and explore those other opportunities, then you might end up waiting for months before you can actually land up a job in Canada. Tip number 2 is that making connections is key. Networking is everything, especially when it comes to finding part-time jobs in Canada, because for most part-time jobs there are no specialized skills that are required. If you want to work for McDonald's or Tim Hortons or Burger King, etc., anyone can do these jobs, and the employers will be willing to hire you as long as they have a job vacancy. And guess what? If you have some connections, then you'll be the first one to know if there's a job vacancy at a store, and that will increase your chances of getting a part-time job in Canada. So don't be shy and reach out to your friends and your batchmates. If you're living in a shared accommodation, then reach out to your roommates. Even if you don't know someone too well, or if you've just met them a couple of times in your classroom or something, then even then it is fine to reach out to them and ask them if their employer is actually hiring and if they can actually refer you to a job, because you don't know what might click or who might be able to help you find a part-time job in Canada. Connections and referrals can open doors for you that you never knew existed. Tip number 3 for you if you're struggling to find a part-time job in Canada is that you need to keep your options open. McDonald's, Tim Hortons, Burger King, or other types of retail jobs are not the only jobs that are out there. There are so many different types of part-time jobs that you can actually do, and if you want to stand out from the crowd, then you can consider taking some specialized licenses such as the Smart Serve license, security guard license, or forklift operator license, etc. Now, since these jobs are restricted for people who have these licenses, having these licenses will not only make you eligible for these unique opportunities, but you will also get an opportunity to earn a lot more because the salaries in most of these jobs are much higher than your typical minimum wage jobs. So just by investing some time and money in order to get these licenses can actually make you eligible for a plethora of job opportunities that other students are not even trying for. So if you're worried about competition, then getting one of these licenses can actually put you way ahead of all the other people who are looking for jobs at the same time. Tip number 4, and this one can be especially useful if you're looking to get a quick temporary job in Canada, and that is seasonal jobs. So many companies in Canada hire extra workers or extra employees during the peak times of the year or the busiest times of the year. For example, during the Black Friday sales, Christmas or Boxing Day sales, or even during the summer months from May to August. If you've just landed in Canada or if you're just looking for a quick job, then seasonal jobs can be a great way to get started, at least until you find a permanent job. Seasonal jobs are similar to any other part-time jobs, but these are mostly temporary in nature. But the only catch here is that the employers can actually ask you to leave and quit the job at any given point. That basically means that your job is not too secure and you're at the mercy of the employer, and you'll only be able to work until the employer actually needs you. A lot of these seasonal jobs can be of sales associate type of jobs at various stores such as Hudson's Bay, Best Buy, or telecom companies such as Rogers or Bell, etc. Or they can also be a lot of warehouse jobs where you can help with gift wrapping or packaging, etc. This can be a great way to make some quick cash and also gain some valuable Canadian experience that will also help you later on while you are still waiting to get a permanent part-time job. So if you're struggling to find a part-time job during these peak times of the year, then you can definitely try some seasonal work. Tip number 5, and this one is my personal favorite, and that is to think out of the box. Fast food jobs or retail jobs are not the only jobs that you can do as a student or a new immigrant in Canada, and if you possess any specialized skills, then you can also try freelancing. Whether you are a graphic designer or you know how to write code or you can build websites, or even if you are a fantastic cook, there's a market for your talents. You can become a virtual assistant to someone, offer your graphic designing services, or even start a tiffin service in Canada and start earning from your home. If you're not able to find a traditional part-time job but you possess any such specialized skills, then you can offer your services to other people and earn a pretty good amount. And in some cases, you might be able to earn a lot more than what you would have in a regular part-time job, and you also have the possibility to extend this into a side hustle or even into a full-fledged business later on. So the possibilities here are endless. You just need to think out of the box, embrace your skills, and you'll be able to earn a great living for yourself. Remember that finding a part-time job in Canada might take some time. It might be a little challenging at first, but you don't have to give up. Patience is key. Don't let anybody else discourage you. Just stay positive and eventually you will find a part-time job that's right for you. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or if you found any other unique ideas, unique part-time job opportunities. I would love to know from you. And if you found these tips to be useful, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel because I make a lot of useful videos about studying and working in Canada. And if you check out my channel, I'm sure that you will not be disappointed. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.